Dynamics Podcast.
You have to just be willing to talk about these things, and you have to be willing to put it all on the table.
Learn firsthand from the power couple who's built a healthy relationship, from major and minor issues,
The good, the bad, the ugly,
to triumphs of the family unit.
In this day and age, you need somebody by your side.
Utilize proven techniques and strategies to help your relationship and family thrive to the next level.
you have to compromise.
This is the Family Dynamics Podcast with Kevin and Alicia Meeks.
Welcome to another episode of the Family Dynamics Podcast with Kevin and Alicia Meeks. We are in our home studio once again, and I am in the studio with my beautiful wife,
Yeah.
Alicia Meeks.
Hey, y'all. Hey, what's going on?
Now, I know this is probably new for a lot of people. It's still new for us. But on this podcast, this is episode 15. So if you have missed a lot of the episodes, you can please.
Wow, we on 15?
Yeah, we're on episode 15. You can go to Apple or Spotify, iHeartRadio now, and Google Podcasts to catch up on the latest and greatest of the family triumphs, adversities, and we just talk about everything, co-parent marriage, just everything all around the family. So we are Kevin and Alicia Meeks, and we just talk about family.
That's it. We talk about family, and especially with co-parenting, because that's something that we definitely are living every single day. But we also touch on topics about marriage because we're married, and there's a lot to talk about when you talk about marriage and blended families and all of that. So today usually we don't even ever have like a set thing that we're trying to do. Which way am I supposed to be looking? Because it's
Whatever
just
you
way
want,
too much going on.
Wherever you want to look.
Where's okay? And so we got so many things hooked up, but so we usually just try to let it flow like a conversation between him and I, and then you all just happen to be here. Okay.
Yeah, you just happen to be
And
here.
so you can always put your comments down below and we'll read them and, go like that. So, Kevin wanted to talk about one of these topics that, where was it at?
I heard it on, I can't remember what I heard it on. It was on social media, and basically it was talking about 50-50 in marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And I think G Herbo was talking about it with a few guys, and they was talking about how they don't go 50-50.
Oh yeah, G Herbo. I did.
They don't go 50-50 in their relationship, because what if your spouse go 50-50 in other areas? And I got my own set of views when it comes to 50-50 in a relationship or financial. Like I think, like, to me, I think that it depends on your situation. Like, there was one comment that I seen from a young lady, and she was like, well, if we're trying to build something, like, what does it matter if you pay all the bills, or I'm just sitting back having just to collect my money, just able to save? Like, that's like, if we're trying to build something, like, why is that a thing? And I kind of agree with that stance, because it's like, I think 50-50 would be the wrong way to put it. But if we are a family unit and we putting all our money and all our eggs into one basket to improve or to push forward our family and our own agenda, I don't see what's wrong with that. Like, and I'm speaking from a stance, so I didn't grow up to see a father take care of the entire financial needs of a house, right? And I'm sure that for those fathers who do that, for those husbands who do that it may be a sense of pride for them. But I always ask the question, like, if the wife was just as invested financially in the household, like, how much further can you guys be? Because I see a lot of times when the father or the husband is gone, then the family kind of loses its way a bit. Like, that's what a lot of single parents get, when the father leaves, like, financially, that was a big blow to the family, and the mother is forced to fend for herself or to try to figure it out. But if I build my wife as a financial powerhouse as I would be, there would never be no lack.
I don't know. I don't know, having previously been divorced, um, I would just say that yes, in any relationship, no matter how they're doing it, um, if one of the persons that are a part of the relationship leaves, then that's a total income that's leaving out of the house. But um some women can pick up and some can't, from that type of situation. But I do believe that there are some women out here that does just want to be kept, and that's fine. um I personally never did just want to be kept because I like making my own money, and I like having control of my own money and doing the things that I want to do without having to ask nobody and stuff. So that is a part of my own thing. But I also like contributing and helping out my family. I don't have a problem doing that. I mean, why not? I mean, I don't have a problem doing that because I don't know. It's just that's just a pride thing for me, I guess. I don't know. I don't have a problem helping out. I make good money anyway. So why would I okay, let's say this. So if I have a good job and I make good money, and then should I keep that just to myself? Hey, y'all. Hey, we see people tuning in. Okay, so because we're on like three different things here. We're on
Yeah,
the
we live,
podcast, and
guys.
we live on Facebook, and we live on Instagram. That's why I was asking him earlier, like, where should I look? So anyway, today we're talking about 50-50. It's based off of, if you were on Spoiled Wives Club post, G Herbo was saying how his lady doesn't pay for anything, absolutely nothing. She does whatever she wants with her money. But then it kind of went a little sideways because the guy who he was talking to was like, yeah, because then they want 50-50 of, basically from what I gather from it, the guy was basically saying like, and then if you let her go 50-50 on the bills, then she gonna, like want 50-50 control of the house and, things like that. And I was like, I don't know about that part.
Or he was saying that maybe she'll just give 50% in other areas. Maybe it's sexually, maybe it's in whatever else that she gives, she's only going to give half of it instead of giving 100% of herself.
Okay. Well, like I said, personally, I don't have a problem contributing to my household. I don't see the reason why I would have a problem contributing to my household. If I have it, then like, why wouldn't I try to assist? I mean, I wouldn't want to just put all of that. And I know, my spending habits is kind of out of control sometimes. And so why would I want to put all of that on someone else? And I know that I contribute to the household too. Like, I wouldn't want to have all of my own money separate somewhere. And then now I'm growing, because I can't lie. Like, we came together with our finances, I want to say about what, 5 years or 4 years? How many years was it?
No, not that many years. I mean, well, we yeah, a few years ago. Let's just say a few years ago.
No, I'm saying 5 years into the marriage, 4 years into the
Oh
marriage.
yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay, like 4 or 5 years into the marriage, and we all know we on year 7. So like 4 or 5 years into the marriage, we decided to come together with our finances, because initially I was not going. I just wanted to have my stuff separate and his stuff separate, and then let's have a joint account. I don't know how would you want to do it? If you have any thoughts, put them in the comments. But yeah, I just felt like, 4 or 5 years into the marriage, I went on and loosened up and decided to go ahead and to go ahead and allow us to become one in our finances, because Kevin always wanted to become one, but I just felt like, let him have his separate money, me have my separate money, and then us have money together.
Right.
And so have us have money together. But 4 to 5 years in, I went on and said, okay. And it's been going pretty well, I must say, to have all of our money in one spot. We do each have our own separate bank accounts, and business accounts, but overall our household has become one with the finances. And I don't know, it seems to be going okay. How do you feel about
No,
it?
no, it's going good. I just, my take on the 50-50 deal, like I don't really agree with the 50-50 because I mean, is it ever 50-50? But I think that you got two people coming together and to provide for an agenda, and that's a
Mm-hmm.
household. Like we're providing for our household.
Mm-hmm.
So why are we looking at it as, oh, you giving 50-50, or you paying half for the bills, you paying half for the. It's not that. We pushing together, we pushing a wagon together. You live in this same house, you drive these same cars. That's a pride. That's a pride. That's, you eat the same food. Like, why would I say, and that's those gender roles. Like, I wash clothes, I wash dishes. Like, we don't have gender roles in our house. It's not 50-50. You the woman, you do this. I'm the man, you do that. No, man, that's old traditions, man, that hasn't been the most healthiest in a lot of situations.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of women have complained that, oh, I lost myself in my marriage. I lost myself because I was just a wife, or I was just a mother. So okay, then we're going to be equal in this marriage and in this relationship, so that you have just as much say, so that you can contribute it the way so that you have a sense of self pride, and I have a sense of self pride knowing that I have a partner that's pulling the same way I'm pulling. Like, I want to know, men want to know that I can lean on you and I don't have to lean to the streets, my mama, my cousins. Like, I can lean on my wife.
I think men do want women to be an asset instead of
That's
a liability.
absolutely,
So
absolutely.
I'm definitely an asset to, hey, we see our friends checking in. I'm definitely an asset to my marriage. And so I think a lot of women go into relationships as liabilities, just to
Man,
be honest.
man, straight
Just to be
liabilities,
honest,
man.
just to be honest, a lot of women do. They go into relationships as liabilities instead of assets, and that's a bad way to start out. So basically, I definitely wanted to be an asset to whomever and whatever I'm always connected to. I mean, in regards to any ship, relationship, friendship, any type of ship, that I just feel like I need to be an asset. What is my purpose here if I'm not an asset? And I don't like to just take. That's just never been me.
Right.
My oldest son, when y'all know Kevin bought me that Infinity truck, and immediately I turned to him like, is this gonna be okay? Like, another woman would have just took the keys and just been, okay, I don't know how he did it, but oh well, I'm driving it. No, I'm like, is everything gonna be okay? Because we're in the middle of building a house. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to just take and let him figure it out and worry about the rest. I
Right.
want to contribute. I don't have a problem contributing. We do not do 50-50 and down the line and all of that. No, we don't do that. But
No, we don't do, because I mean, how is it 50-50 if this is
but it's
our.
some people that nickel and dime that mug like 50-50, like you pay half and 25.3, and some people do that. But no, that's not us. We don't 50-50 down the middle, nothing.
Because there's time in a relationship where one partner is down, or one partner don't have enough. Like how can it ever be 50-50 if that's your mindset? Like, if you got a $2,000 mortgage, or where's your $1,000? Like, how can you do that? Like, how can that work?
Right. And this person is right. Like, some of the dudes are liabilities too. And that's facts. Some of these men are liabilities because they don't have no insurances. They don't have any 401k or any type of retirement funds. Especially some of the street guys, they don't have any type of backup. Like, you making
Right.
this money right here, right now, but what about our future? What about the doctor's appointment? It's the coronavirus. We need to go get a vaccination or whatever. Then what? What
Right.
we gonna do? Can we depend on you? So that's true. It's not just the women who aren't always liability. I mean, aren't always assets. Some of these men may think they're assets.
But that's easy to say, like, oh, it's the men. But we know that majority of women see their partner when they come in is that I want to be taken care of. The percentage of men that want to be kept versus the women, and it's not a misogynistic statement. We just know what to be true. Like most women want to be kept, and most of the shows you see online right now is women want to be kept, but I want to empower my wife to put her in boss positions and not handicap her. Oh, I'm gonna put you in boss positions in these areas, but when you come to the crib, oh no, no.
But that doesn't work anyway. A woman would have to already have a boss mindset.
But
prior to getting with the man. Me personally, I already had a boss mindset.
But I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
What?
Because
yes,
because there are scriptural based things that even the God says, like you present yourself to your wife. Now you don't you present your wife to yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which means that you cultivate how you want your wife to be. If she isn't the boss, if she isn't affectionate, if she isn't the size you want, you cultivate her the way you want her to be. It's not you present your wife to me, you present your wife to yourself. So that means you build your own wife up. If she's not a boss when you meet her, your job.
Yeah, she's not when you meet her.
When she's not, then it's your job. If that's the person that you wanted to lay down with, that's the person you want to spend your life with, then it's your job as the husband to build your wife up, build her self-esteem up, build her physical. If it's not up to where you want it to be, build her up. That's what you there for.
But she has to have that in her mind.
Everybody, you're not born with this hustler's ambition.
I know everybody is, and some people are.
You're not. It's you. It takes experience to build up a hustler's ambition. You have to see both sides of the fence to know that I want more. Everybody isn't born with a hustler's ambition.
No, they're not.
But I'm saying most people aren't, though. They're not born like I came out the womb a hustler. That's a lie.
No one came out the womb
a hustler,
but nobody came out the womb a hustler. But sometimes there are women whose husbands do want their wives to become CEOs and this and that, and the wife just doesn't have that type of mindset. They don't have that mindset to even want to, because you can put a person in position all you want. You can put the person in position all you want. If they don't have that type of mindset, then they're not gonna even flourish. They're not gonna even be able to keep up the hustle if the hustle ain't in you. I was just going back and forth with Tina Meeks. Her life sparkles. She is an influencer, and I'm a part of one of her groups, and she made $300K last year just basically off of influencing. But as she said, we all had the same 24 hours in a day. And I know that sometimes in the first 6 hours that I woke up, I might have did more than somebody did all week.
Oh, absolutely.
Just facts. I'm not even blowing myself up. I do a lot. And some people aren't willing to put in that work. I'm trying to do what I got to do now so I could do what I want to do later. And I don't mind doing that. But some people aren't going to sacrifice sleep. Some people aren't going to work that 9 to 5 and work from 5 to 9 or, back around. Like, I mean, it's plenty of nights I barely get sleep. But I'm trying to build something. It's a foundation with many of these businesses that we're just starting or, trying to cultivate and grow, that sometimes you do have to sacrifice sleep. And so when Tina was talking about how she made the 300,000 in 1 year based off of all influencing, she have children. She have small children. And she just decided like what she wants out of life, and she makes it happen. Like she makes the time be there. Like a best one of the quotes that I saw recently was like, I don't have time, I make time. That's facts. Like I may not always have time, but I'm gonna make time for what I want, for what I want to do, who I want to see, whoever I want to spend time with. I may not have the time, but I'm gonna make time for the things that I want to do. So to me, I feel like my last point about this topic is I don't mind, assisting in any way I can my household and my husband, because I am a helpmate. That's biblical. I am here to help in any way I possibly can. And I don't have a problem with doing so.
I know, but I think that I think that you personalize it to yourself. We're talking about the masses of people, and it's a lot of people that
All I can
is
talk about
infected.
is me.
Well, I'm talking. I know, but we're here to help other people to see like the different point of view of 50-50 in marriage.
Okay.
Like everybody isn't born with the drive to want more like you.
They're
Right?
not.
They're not. And it's okay that you don't have that. And it's okay that you do have that. And that's great for you. But majority of people aren't a hustler or have an ambition or taking other people's experiences or things that they did and you remixing a blueprint into making it your own. So, and a lot of people are stuck in a 50-50 situation to where they feel like I have to provide just this much and you gonna have to help with that. Like, I don't believe in the 50-50, but I do believe if we're gonna be together, I didn't marry you to carry you. I never
But
married you to carry you. And I know that's a statement that crushes a lot of people. I didn't marry a person that a man could walk around this earth all day by himself. And a woman will say it all the time. Why I can do bad all by myself. So why would a man want to take on the responsibility of a whole nother person? And the only thing you contribute is sex, beautiful, and come home and some food. It's more to life than that. It's more that I know that you as a person want. And I want to empower my wife to do more, to see more, to explore more of who she is as a person, and to be able to execute that and not put her in a box to say she's just a arm candy. So no, we're not doing 50-50. Here's our family agenda. Here's your personal agenda. Here's my personal agenda. Do they line up with the family agenda? And let's move that forward. Here's our household responsibilities. Here's our responsibilities to get to our personal and collective goals. There's no 50-50 in that. Now people take pride into, oh, I'm the husband and I take care of everything, but that don't mean nothing if your children cannot model or they can't duplicate, or if you down, your wife was just dependent on you. I think that that's a fool's mentality. There ain't no growth mentality. If you down, my wife, when I was in the hospital, she was able to call up the people we did business with in our trucking. These loads ain't gonna get done. What good is my wife if I'm down? I'm in the hospital laid up getting surgery done. She can't handle some of the business, but she got Louis, Gucci, Prada, Birkin. That's a foolish mentality.
Louis, Gucci, Prada. Yeah, that is.
That's foolish. My partner should be just as much as me. The same way, if my wife down, I should be able to cook a meal. I should be able to wash the clothes. I should be able to pick up these kids. I should be able to handle her business because I'm in the mix. I'm more of a business partner. Like you are like a nominated business partner without even saying it. Like you just a business partner, period. If you are a spouse. Like, I don't feel like that's just my husband, that's my wife. No, I should be in tune with the things you in tune with. And if you down, signature celebrations. Oh, okay. I might not be able to do it per day, verbatim, but I know signature celebrations do this. I know what the cloth is. I know what a table is. I know what a sweets table is. I know what itineraries look like. I might not be able to execute it that way, but I know what it doesn't look like when you're not around. You understand what I'm saying? So there ain't no 50-50 in nothing. We got a household agenda and we executing on that household agenda. And that's just really what I got to say about that. And if any man or woman, they pride themselves and I take care of everything. I mean, I just hope that you are facilitating a place where everybody, even the children, can duplicate those efforts. Because if it's just you, it's foolish mentality to me. Foolish.
Well, yeah, they don't have something in place for those situations. Like if
Sure.
they don't have a savings or a nest egg for those situations in which something does happen, and then that man can't work, and whatever job he had doesn't pay him while he's off. And so then what?
Right.
Then what? I mean, truly and honestly, I mean, we've lived it. My husband, his job, doesn't pay him when he's off work. And we all know my husband had heart surgery. So, I mean, it was times in which he couldn't work. He had heart surgery. So in those particular instances, it was a plus that he had a wife that was an asset. Because imagine if I was a liability in those times. Where would we be on somebody's street right now? I mean, where would we be? So I totally agree with it, only because I mean, like I said earlier, I just never wanted to just take from anything that I'm a part of. And a lot of women, you know, some just aren't in those positions to take over, or they just aren't. And some of them, like I said earlier, just doesn't have the drive to do it. But I don't know, G Herbo, when he said that, I mean, I think it's good. That's wonderful. Whatever whoever is doing in their relationships and their marriages and friendships, or whatever it is that they have, their situationships, whatever they're doing, that's their business. And if it works for them, it works for them.
Yeah.
We just speaking on it because it was a
I just think,
topic.
yeah, it was a topic, but even in relationships, like the word is mutualism. In marriage, we shouldn't remove mutualism because there's a feminine energy or masculine energy.
Mm-hmm.
Like mutualism. I'm married to you or I'm in a relationship with you to be mutual. I don't want to be your friend if all I do is counsel you and I get nothing back. I don't want to be your friend if I got to always come to your aid and you don't come to mine.
Facts.
I don't want to be your friend if I support you in your events or your endeavors and you don't support me in mine. It's mutualism. So if you got a man or a woman who's taking care of majority of the house, like how is it mutual? And then you ask yourself, what value do I bring besides the physical? It doesn't differentiate between any another woman that's walking around with the same parts. It doesn't differentiate between another man that's walking around with the same parts or maybe even more well endowed. It doesn't differentiate with you. So what's the mutualism in this? I'm going to help carry some of this weight in our family. And if it's not financial, maybe it's emotional, maybe it's in some other areas, but you're carrying a heavy load just like me and not just sitting there like arm candy. I didn't get married to carry you. No, well, I would assume that someone doesn't get married because you can subscribe to any charity if you want to.
Well, some people do get married and they do want to take care of their entire household down to the nickel, dime, penny. And that is their idea of being a provider and protector.
But that's a one-wheel wagon.
But
Because to ask yourself, the average person, could you take care of an entire house and then there's nothing else you need?
some people can. What you mean?
But I'm saying you take it, that was your mindset. Like I went in and my idea of marriage is I'm gonna take care of the entire house.
Mm-hmm.
And then what?
And then what? What you saying?
Like what I'm saying, like what else is there? Like what else is there? Like I'm taking care of the house, and then what? That's your sense of pride. What else is there?
I don't know. I don't really quite understand what you're saying.
I mean, what I'm saying, you because your point was, your question was, there are some men that they pride themselves, and I believe that
Mm-hmm.
they take care of every single thing.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, then what else in there? You take care of every single thing. Then what else is there?
I don't know what else it is, but that may be enough for them to just know, like, I'm handling my whole household 1000%. And whatever, I think that some people get it twisted. Like, some men may take care of their entire household and they still may have an asset. They still may have an asset as a woman, because every woman whose husband is taking care of the whole household doesn't mean that she's a liability. It's just some men out there that are in position and want to take care of everything. And then, like my grandfather, for instance, my grandparents had 8 kids. And he did. My grandmother was working at the nursing home or hospital. I'm not sure which one, I can't remember, but he just told her flat out, you do what you want to do with your money. And he had pride, men, older men back in the day, he just did. He had pride. And my granny was an asset. She wasn't just sitting in the house rocking babies. She worked, but her money was her own. But she wasn't out buying Louis, Gucci, Prada. She was using her money to do those extras for her kids, to put them in extracurricular activities, to pay for their band or, whatever. I can't remember all the
That's
things
the
she
weight.
said.
She carried the weight in
So
that way.
she assisted in other ways, but he handled every single bill in that house. But she did use her money to assist him in some way. And so to assist them in some way,
That's what I'm
them
talking
and
about.
their children. So even though he is a man who took care of everything, his wife didn't just sit back and take. She did contribute in some way, but it wasn't having to do with the household.
Right. And
That's
I think that the audience will have a jar view of, I guess our mindset was because we put G Herbo in it. We know that he's a star. We know that he's a world-renowned artist. We know that so then the dynamic is different. And when we talking about the regular people, 9 to 5 blue collar people, then the sense of pride changes, right? Because now your agenda is different. Like my agenda is, I wanted to see my family grow. I want my children to be raised. So this is how we're going to live at this level, so that our children are raised by you and not the streets or by an institution. But when we're talking about the G Herbos of the world, it's just a sense of pride, like buying a Louis. Like, oh, I bought a Louis, not because I like the brand, but because I was able to buy it. Like some people, like, or a Birkin, like people buy like people be so excited that, oh, I bought something, just for the notion that, oh, I bought
because
it.
they could.
No,
Just
but I'm
for the
saying,
notion of
but
knowing that they
could buy it. But the item has no value to them. It's just that I want to be able to post that I bought this, but now it's sitting on the shelf looking foolish because it's just sitting there. Like it's just sitting there. So the only thing you prove that I can spend a large amount of money. Not to say that those items aren't nice. Like those are nice items. But I'm saying, like, all you prove was that you can spend some money.
And some people bad because they just actually do like it.
Right.
And want
Right.
it.
But majority of these people, they buy
a lot of people do buy it to do it for the gram, to be flashy and different things. Yeah, that's true. A lot of people do. A lot of people
just do it for the gram. Like, oh, I bought it because I wanted to prove that I can spend some money. Come on, man. I ain't doing
That's
it for
the
that.
Floyd Mayweathers of the world.
Yeah,
and now he does do that just because he just got money to blow. And he just does. His daughter has so many Birkins, but I just think he does it just to do it. I mean, I think I just recently seen a post where he put a Rolex on his grandson's wrist. But nevertheless, to whomever do whatever, it doesn't affect my life in any way.
No,
and so whatever y'all choose to do, just do it in love. That's all I have to say.
And you know what? I'm not bashing those people. Like, it's levels to this. Like, it's levels to it. Like, if that's your sense of pride, then that's okay.
It works for them.
It worked. I'm just saying, for me, I choose to, because I didn't have that or seen that where a man built up his wife, or build up his family for them. Like, our children are 18 and 21 with businesses. Who gives a F about 50-50 when I got kids that have a business mindset? I got a child at an HBCU. I got 2 kids in college. None of them in jail. None of them had kids. Who cares about 50-50? We building a legacy of where they can go further. My wife has 2 businesses on her own. Why are we talking about 50-50? Like, you building something larger than,
Well,
I
also
was
I
able to keep
think
these little twos and views to myself.
yeah, I think that sometimes it become a selfish mindset too. If you have all of this and then you don't want to share it with your spouse, or you want to just me, like I can't imagine, like let's pretend. So let's pretend I just had like all this money. And then I see my husband breaking his neck, going to work, waking up, going to sleep at all odd hours, and I got like this stash over here. Is that right?
Right.
Like, is that okay
Right.
for me to say, well, no, let him handle it, let him be the man of the house, and I'm trying to be the helpmate because I want him to come on home. A story. So when we were dating, I mean, this is not about money, but when we were dating, one day it was this snowstorm,
Right.
and he pulled up to his house to go shovel the snow so he can get back in it. So he pulled up to his house, and when he was in the house, in the driveway, I looked at the clock and I was like, this gonna take all day for him to do this by himself. Let me just get out here and help him so we can move on, go have movie night or whatever it is we about to do. So I got out and I bundled myself up and I was helping him shovel or what have you. And when we got in the car, he was just tripping like, I'm surprised you did that. I'm not too cute to get out here and help out. And that's how I am about most things. I'm gonna help out. I don't have a problem with that, because why should I have sat in that car and watched him take his long time to do the whole driveway when I can get out and help, and then we can move forward?
Right.
And go ahead and do what else we trying to do. Like, why would I not do that? It's some women who would have just sat there, but that's just not the type of woman that I am. So that's in all things, not just shoveling some snow. It has to do with paying bills and taking care of our household and doing whatever we need
Yeah,
to
because
do.
I mean that was a good point that you made. Like, if your spouse is slaving to provide this lifestyle that you only enjoy during the day or during the night, and you out,
I'm sorry, but download. There are some women out here that boast and brag about how their husbands is taking care of everything, but their husband is breaking their damn neck and back trying to pay for everything, working 2 and 3 jobs trying to take care of the household. Now that's bullshit to me, because I want to spend time with my husband.
right,
I want him to be available when I'm trying to go somewhere,
right,
when we trying to do something, and not just work him to death. Where when he come home, he dog tired. So
right.
that means he don't have no time for me. And then when he got to go back out and working all this 2 and 3 jobs, like, yeah, no, that's not the type of marriage that I wanted. Where, I mean, it's some marriages where the husband is just working himself, post self to death,
To
and
death.
the wife is watching them.
Yeah, I don't get that, and that's what I'm talking about. What weight are you carrying? And he providing all of this, but you're out all day, you running around, you gallivanting, but your husband working all day. So what pleasure do he have besides the pride of, oh, my wife or my spouse get to have this life, but I'm stuck at
Yeah,
work
and they not really living it.
and I can't live my life.
Yeah.
I can't even enjoy with you. And then when I get off, you want all of my time. So I don't have no personal time
Mm-hmm.
because I'm providing for you. We was in a marriage retreat, marriage ministry. We was a part of the marriage ministry at our church, and there was a couple there, and she was upset. She was upset because her husband doesn't spend a lot of time with her.
True.
And I asked the guy, I said, "What's your occupation?" And he said that I'm a truck driver. And I said to her, which I did give him a tip too. I said, "Do you know that he spends the average of 11 hours a day in the truck? So that's almost half of a working day outside of sleeping." So his thought is, I'm providing for you, so I'm doing everything I can for you. So when I get off, I want me time, I want to sleep, or I want to sit and watch the game or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So his thought is, all of your time that you want, I'm giving it in working for you. Like I'm your workhorse.
Mm-hmm.
But then I had to tell him, I said, now you have to find some balance. Maybe that means you find another job, or you making sure that on your off days that you're spending time with your wife, setting aside that time. So I did give him a tip, not just to, just bogart her and say, well, no, you need to accept this. No, I need you to see that his thought process is that I'm giving everything to you. So when you're saying I'm not doing something, no, I'm giving everything to you week for week.
Mm-hmm.
So I understood what he was saying, and that's what I'm saying. Like, where's the balance? Like, okay, it's taking me 70 hours a week to provide this lifestyle for you, and it's only 168 hours. I ain't even slept yet.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
70 of the 168, I'm working, and I ain't slept yet.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying that 50-50, like, let's pull this wagon together.
Yeah.
And whatever capacity y'all household is in.
Mm-hmm. So that's our 2 cents on that subject.
That's definitely our 2 cents.
So today we were just speaking about marriages, relationships, and 50-50 partnerships, and how women and men both can be assets and liabilities. Which one do you have? Just think about it. Is your spouse an asset or a liability? Are they contributing in any way, or are they just take? How's that working out for you? That's just something to think about. That's all.
Yeah, it's
It's
definitely
just thought provoking. And when you think about it, you would think about it. You
right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, like I get the point. Yeah. My husband is busy as hell. And my husband do come home dog tired and we could barely even eat. And he without him falling asleep.
She at home, she got her makeup on, she got her clothes together. He coming in like he just fought a
Like,
war. She
girl,
talking
bye.
about, and she thinking that he got a second win. No, girl, I'm providing this whole lavish lifestyle for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Because
bed.
he got to get up and go back to work.
So now you need the spouse who in that position need to think about, how can I put us in a position where I carry some of this load so that me and you can have more time together.
Yeah, I
The
agree with
kids
that.
have more time to spend with you, because there's a lot of men, even
That's
though
true.
even though the kids have father at home, they don't really know dad. I got a partner that says that I only knew my dad was there because I smelt his cologne. But his presence wasn't there because he was always working.
Damn, that's deep. That's
So
fact,
that's
though.
almost like a father that's not even there.
Yeah, I mean, and I know people who's, how would you like it if you knew your daddy was a damn good father, but I'm just speaking off of my own experience from my own mom passing. You had a father that was a damn good father. He was a provider. Y'all didn't want for shit, but now he's gone. How many family vacations did y'all go on?
Right.
How much time did he spend with you? Because he was working. And when he wasn't working, he come home, eat, sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the real thing here. That's a real thing. Because I mean, although that wasn't my situation, I'm just thinking about it, and there are people that's like that. My father's still living and everything, but I always lived in a household where both parents contributed to life. Before my parents got divorced, they was married for 17 years and they both contributed to the household. So I don't know, I rather time.
Yeah.
I'd rather time. I mean, unless this man is a millionaire and no matter what, he still got time. Okay. But if he's an average person that has to put in all of these hours to get that money, I'd rather the time. Let me help you out, and then we could free up some time to spend time together.
That's our greatest currency is our time. And if we giving it away just to say we provide, like that's a huge sacrifice. I'm gonna sacrifice my life, my youth, my
and
health.
The time with your kids.
Yeah, with your kids.
Because that's
right.
monumental.
That's monument. Right. That's your
legacy.
legacy.
These children need their fathers in their life, not just in the house.
Absolutely.
They need the father to, impart some things into them. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of stuff happened once this coronavirus hit, because a lot of people were home with their family and they barely knew each other.
Right.
Seriously, facts. Like they barely knew each other because they was always hidden and missing. And so now daddy in the house and daddy is not playing with y'all sliding down the banister.
Right.
Mama let y'all do that, but daddy is not having it because now everybody's at home together and, you know, they had to like get to know each other again. Oh, this is what goes on while I'm at work. You know what I'm saying? So it was a thought-provoking conversation.
Yeah. And the tip that I can give to and she can piggyback off of it is like assess where you guys are as a family unit. I'm not saying you got to do what we do because we value our time with each other and I value our time with our children, that sometimes money take the back seat because because there's things that we can't get back. Like we just told you guys, we got 2 adult children. Like sometimes it just hits me like they're adults now.
I know.
So you don't get to have that hold on them anymore, right? So I pride myself in wanting to be there and to be able to instill. My daughter called me just yesterday on FaceTime and she was able to just ask me questions when I didn't have that as a child. And even in my early adulthood, like she could pick up and I want to get a question answered. I want to get my thoughts out and I actually want dialogue with you.
Because what if you was at work?
And what if I'm at work? I can't answer you. I can't talk to you right now. We get it. Like she in the moment, Mom, I'm FaceTiming Dad and I need to get this question answered. I need to get this information to you. I need you to tell me if I'm right or wrong or what direction I need to go in. That's worth more than anything to me.
Yeah, true.
That's worth more than anything to me, to wake up and to, okay, babe, what do you want to do today? Sure, I got to go to work tomorrow. I got to go to work the next day, but what do you want to do? I'm spending this time with you today. Now, I know a lot of people right now in this entrepreneurship, they in this phase like, oh, well, don't watch Netflix. No, I'm going to watch Netflix with my wife because that may be the time that we able to be with each other. We give 50, 60 hours a week to the job. I'm going to give you some. Yeah. And I'm not going to skimp on because I'm an entrepreneur and I got to, I'm going to look like I'm an entrepreneur. I'm not watching TV. I'm going to watch some TV with my spouse.
Yeah.
Because that's what we have. Because no amount of money can replace the youth of my wife. It can't. It can't. So 50-50. It should be 50-50. I'm going to pour as much weight as I can. I'm going to pour you're going to pour as much weight as you can so we can live the life we want to live. Because if our goal is this year, next year is to go to the Dreams or to go to the Maldives, that's our agenda. And we're going to pull this wagon together to make sure that we can go there and enjoy each other together. Not a lot of the times you see these marriages where, oh yeah, I sent my wife off. Or I sent the kids out. Like, come on, man. You wasn't able to be there with them? To enjoy that, to get in the pictures, to get in the sand, come on, man.
Just to have the memories.
Memories, yeah.
The memories are everything. I can't stress that enough. I'm so thankful for the memories and the vacations.
Yeah.
The many, many flights. My mom used to travel with me to take Maya all these cheer competitions. Like, it's priceless. It's priceless.
It is.
So, all right, y'all.
So we thank you guys and we thank Instagram for being on live with us. This is the Family Dynamics podcast with Kevin and Alicia Meeks, where we talk about everything family, the adversities, the triumphs. We're not harping on anybody or saying somebody doing it wrong. We're just giving our own opinion and we're entitled to it. Yeah. So in the words of me, we'll see y'all in a minute.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Family Dynamics Podcast with Kevin and Alicia Meeks.
Thank you, guys.
Please like, subscribe, and comment. And don't forget to follow us on social media at The Family Dynamics.
We'll see y'all in a minute.
Bye.